CLIC Connect. I'm your host, Craig Sullivan. We're bringing you the industry leaders in hospitality here in California and beyond. But first, I want to thank our production partners, the good people over at Red Roof Franchising and Chicago Title National Commercial Services Group, California. They'd both love to hear from you. So if you're thinking about a new brand, reach out to our friends at Red Roof. And if you need some help with your real estate transactions, the kind people over at Chicago Title are there to help you and get your deal closed on time. So with that, I would like to welcome Mr. Warren Aston from HFS Concepts 4. Warren, how are you? And welcome to the show.
I'm doing good, Greg. How about yourself?
How are you?
Good. Excellent.
It's a pleasure, my friend. It's good to see you. You have been staying busy. You've had a few projects.
Yeah, absolutely. We're staying busy. Things are looking good. We're in many states, including California, and a lot of stuff in the pipeline. Allow me to say this, and I've said it to you before, really grateful for everything you do for the industry, Craig. You are the man. I appreciate you. I see you everywhere I go. But I will say probably my favorite thing about you is whenever I watch CLIC Connect and you're sitting with one of my competitors, you generally have one of the projects that my firm completed as your backdrop. And I really appreciate that. It means a lot.
You're welcome. We'll have to put a flashing sign up that this was done by Warren.
Contact Warren. Although these guys are great, he's the guy you want to talk to.
Nice. So, Warren, let's just jump into this. For the few people that don't know you and HFS Concepts 4, would you tell our audience about yourself and your firm, please?
Sure. In a nutshell with the firm. So we're HFS Concepts 4, one of the oldest, largest, and most recognized interior design firms exclusive to the hotel industry. We're the originator of the turnkey design firm in the hotel business, and we started in 1977. So we offer everything needed to complete a hotel project, from architecture, interior design, procurement, construction, and installation. We are a licensed GC, so we offer it all. Personally, I like to consider myself a connector, very well connected in the industry, whether it be to do with design or whatever you might need. I'm well connected in the industry. I like long walks on the beach at sunset. I'm a big fan of reggae music. And if Dogecoin hits $5, I'll be a billionaire.
There you go. So what type of projects are you and your team working on right now? Is it more select service? Is it extended stay? Is it full service, destination resort, mixed bag? What's going on? Tell us about your projects.
You know, historically, our firm has been all about full service in the past. COVID is something that I think everybody kind of had to adapt. And for us, it definitely caused us to adapt. Although we're currently working on some select service properties, generally, we're all about custom and full service, but you know, for us, it's about relationships. So when it comes to relationships, sometimes they have a full service, massive conference space hotel. Other times they might have an inn or something where they need some assistance on a lower scale. And of course, that's something that we can do. In the sense of California at this point in time, I mean, we're in a few projects that are in California, including the Miramonte in Indian Wells. We just wrapped up or have almost wrapped up the Town and Country in San Diego. We're also doing on a new build custom residence inn in San Diego, and a few other projects that we're wrapping up, 2 courtyards, one in Orange County, one in Monterey Park, Los Angeles, a couple things going on in Northern California. We're busy. We got a lot going on.
That's great. And, you know, that Town and Country down in San Diego is beautiful. I've seen that. You guys have done a magnificent job on that. I like all your projects. Full disclosure, Warren's company and a company I used to work for, we got together and worked on a project up near LAX a number of years ago that just turned out beautifully. If you happen to be driving through the LAX, Culver City area, drop by the 4 Points. It's really beautiful. It's the great product. So, Warren, COVID's been one thing. How is it, and is it getting normal again, dealing with the brands? I mean, you're interfacing with them all the time, with all these PIPs and everything else that's going on. So, a lot of people got furloughed, a lot have come back, some haven't. What's that been like, and what's that transition like right now?
Listen, it's been a crazy time, and I think that there's a whole lot of transitioning that's needed to happen and adapting in our space. Granted, when it comes to the brands, there was a lot of deferrals with PIPs, and obviously hotel owners are taking their sweet time. Whether that's the right thing for them to do or not, my message has been there couldn't possibly be a better time to renovate, and that was the truth and still is. Once we come out of this thing and travelers are going from property to property, I can only speak for me personally and my family. I'm going to want to stay at the newly renovated place as opposed to the dated, older property. It's perception in terms of whether it's clean or not. There's been a lot of furloughs, obviously, with the brands. So relationships have either started new or been in the limbo. And then when it comes to things like procurement, I'm just speaking frank here, Craig, because it is what it is. This is what we're dealing with. Clearly when it comes to procurement, shipping, freight, warehousing, construction costs, there's been a lot of changes when it comes to our industry. When it comes to pricing out a property at this point in time, it could very well be very different pricing in 6 months' time from now. Whether that be better or worse, it's a great question. But it's an interesting time for sure. We've been busy though. Our firm has been busy, and I'll tell you, probably in the last month and a half, it feels like the floodgates are starting to creak open. I anticipate that it's going to be an all-out flood coming. There's no question. But the last month or so has been a lot of opportunities coming through on the table.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I've been saying this from the beginning as well, that it's the opportune time to get your renovations done. Okay, with the construction pipeline, what it is, chances are you've got something new and shiny opening up within a 2-mile radius. So they're going to take a bite out of your market share. So why not have your property done and ready, when the floodgates do open. So you touched on this a little bit, and I'd like to follow up on this with you, Warren. Tell us about the lead times. What's that like with carpeting, drapes, furniture packages, lighting packages, all of that? What are the new norms on lead times now?
So it's going to vary. I mean, I don't want to mislead you and give you the wrong information. I mean, when it comes to lead time, ordering, procurement, where it's coming from, that's definitely a different department head as whom I'm dealing with. So I just don't want to give the wrong information. There's absolutely lead time. It's extended compared to what it used to be, but when I talk about transitioning or adapting, the one thing that we've done, and again, we have a secondary office in Shanghai, which really was always for the purpose of relationship with manufacturers. That's had to change in terms of the relationships that we've built. So elsewhere in Asia, there's relationships, India, of course, and we've created also relationships here in North America, Mexico, America, Canada as well, depending on what product it may be. For projects that it's a necessity that it's now. I think that the biggest issue when it comes to lead time is more so cost. So for instance, shipping, I mean, the cost of a container is so much greater than it's ever been. In the sense of timing, it's just going to be dependent on where we're procuring it from, what supplier, how backed up they may be, and whether it's got to come by truck or boat, right?
There you go. And that's the whole thing. So, my friend, we're going to start the lightning round. You ready?
Oh, boy. I was born for this, Craig.
All right. Producer Danny's putting 2 minutes on the clock. So, here we go. Container ships.
Yikes.
Furniture.
Yikes.
Labor.
Do it for me.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Grand
I was
opening.
going to go with yikes. Grand opening. I'm ready.
Grand opening.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm ready.
All right. Lead certification.
Yeah, it's coming. It's going to be a whole lot more prevalent, I think, in the future.
Team.
Yikes. Work together.
Color of the year.
Of this year? I'm going outside the box. I'm going with purple, Craig.
All right. Fulfillment.
I'm pleased to.
Favorite airport.
My favorite airport. I like JFK.
Favorite hotel or resort.
Okay. Well, we talked about Town and Country, and my firm completed it, so I'm going with Town and Country at this point in time.
All right. Next project.
Next project. I need multiple next projects.
All right. That's it. You did it with 20 seconds to spare, my friend.
Woo-hoo.
You came in under the wire. There you go.
Fantastic.
So let's talk about grand openings. You know, even if it's a repositioned hotel and you've gone in there and do the PIP for the new brand and get it all done. I think that's part of the best part of life. See, there was the alarm. I forgot to turn it off. So, but, you know, tell me about it. You've got a job well done. It's the grand opening night at a hotel. What are you feeling? What are you thinking? What's that excitement like for you?
Yeah, well, the excitement is there, no question. I mean, you know, again, listen, as much as we work on independent properties, absolutely we do. And we've talked about the Town and Country, which is one. We also work on many branded properties. And, you know, although it's brand specific, you got to stick to the brand initiatives. You know, the imperative thing is you're building a custom hotel, not only to meet, you know, the image of what that hotel should be by the hotel owner and what the brand is seeking, but more importantly, it's based on who the guest is. So it's exciting to reveal the final work that's been done to the guest and see what their reaction is, of course. You know, I'm also a big fan. I mean, Craig and I are really connected on social media, on LinkedIn. You know, one of the things I personally love to do that really highlights the work that my firm does is I like to put it side by side in terms of here's a before and after of here's what the property used to look like and here's what it looks like after my team worked its wonders on this particular property. And I love doing that. So to have been able to walk that property when it was dated and old and really needed an update to see what it's become, you know, there's a joy to it. There's an excitement. There's an accomplishment.
Yeah.
I love it. It's great.
Absolutely, my friend. Warren, it's a blink of an eye. We're out of time. How can people get a hold of you? It's time for your shameless plug. Come on.
Shameless? Oh, I can do shameless, Craig. Hey, man, thanks for having me again. I really appreciate it. Guys, I'm Warren Aston. The company is HFS Concepts 4. Our website is hfsc4.com. I can be reached either through LinkedIn, Warren Aston. My email is first initial last name. It's waston@hfsc4.com. Or my cell phone is area code 213-810-6961. Reach out to me any way you like. I'm pleased to budget PIPs. I'm pleased to make introductions. I am a connector in this industry. And if you need someone that can offer a full turnkey service or an a la carte service, whatever it may be, I'm your man. Come to me. Let's talk.
There you go. Warren, thank you for joining the conversation today. I really appreciate you making time out of your busy schedule to join us. Thank you. Thank you, our audience, for joining us today. Before we take off, a couple of things. I'd like to thank our production partners at Red Roof Franchising and also at Chicago Title National Commercial Services Group. And below, there is a scroll going for CLIC 5 live and in person on March 10th, 2022 at the Crown Jewel of the Anaheim Resort, the JW Marriott. You can register at our website. We're looking forward to seeing you there. We've got 10 brands. We've got Warren coming. We've got various other third-party professionals, management companies. It goes on and on. This is a one-day event. So if you're in the California hotel market or want to be, this is the one you should be attending. And I thank you very much for that. I thank our guest, Warren, today. And as always, producer Danny. And remember, be kind, share your knowledge, go be amazing.